Welcome to InsideWire. My name is Monty, and in today's video we're going to be having a look at this VIKYLin, I'm not quite sure how it's pronounced, but we're going to be having a look at this CCTV turret camera. This high quality camera boasts of a resolution of 5 megapixels, it has full color night vision capabilities, and we will be conducting a thorough review and testing its capabilities to give us an understanding of how well it performs. So stay tuned and we will see how it holds up when we take this outside and get it installed. But first, let's run through some specs. As I mentioned earlier, it's a 5 megapixel camera with a 2.8mm lens. It's compatible with your Hikvision NVR and it has the ONVIF protocol with it. So you can link it up to any NAS software or any other software that you're using that is capable of this protocol. It has full color night vision, and what's great is it can be powered all by a single Ethernet cable. We're going to be using the VIKYLIN app to test the camera, so let's take a closer look at what comes inside the box. So it's a fixed turret network camera, it's full color. Let's quickly open this up. We have a quick start guide which comes inside. We have a drill template, which is always useful. These drill templates are helpful when you're setting these up for the first time, so you don't have to mark them out using the bracket. You can just stick this to wherever it's going to be and drill the hole marks. We have some screws which will allow you to mount the unit on here, and also within we have the weatherproofing for the network cable as well, so always good to get this installed. This is the camera itself, so we'll come back to that in a second. This is the bracket, so you have the template as I mentioned earlier. From here you have the bracket. There is this one final tiny little piece which not quite sure what it is. I think it will probably be for this, I would assume. Yeah, it's to cover the 12 volt DC adapter. So if you're not going to be using that and you're using PoE, this is what you need to do. This actual housing is made of plastic on here, but this has got a metal finish on it. So the camera itself is quite solid. Doesn't feel like it's going to break very easily, so it's probably a slightly thicker plastic that's been used. Simply just to adjust this camera, you would go ahead and move this around depending on however you want to set this up. However you mount this, there is an up on here, so we know which way is the up. That has the lens on the top with the color view light at the bottom. I have my Ethernet cable, so I can go ahead and plug this into the camera just here. There we go, and that should give it PoE power, which you've just seen. If you can see that, there you go, the lights just come on. So we'll give that a second to load up. You need to download this tool called SADP, and what that allows you to do is basically find the camera on your network without being on that network. So we tick the device just here, we open this up, and it's going to ask you to type in a password. So you go ahead and type that in and you activate it. It's probably then going to ask you for some security questions, which you can see just here. So I'm going to quickly fill these in. Okay, then your security questions are set. It's going to ask you to, it's then going to come to here and we want to click enable DHCP because we want it to pick up the correct IP address. Type in the password you set earlier and click modify. What that's done now is it's gone ahead and set it to DHCP. If you give it a few minutes, it will go ahead and find the IP address. So this is the username and password you set earlier. The username will be admin and the password is what you set earlier, and that will allow you to log in. Once you're in here, you can go through to your system settings, make sure everything's set correctly, including your time and date. Just go to system settings and then time settings. You can see it's set to the wrong time zone. So let's go ahead and set that correctly and click save. Because it's connected to the network, we can get it to test that. And it will go ahead and now set that successfully. Down below, we have the network settings, audio, video. So you have the quality. The big one is the storage one, so what kind of storage management you want. So the continuous recording, we'll go ahead and set that. So we want to copy that and we'll select all and we want continuous recording always and we click save, and then the storage management. Now this camera itself doesn't actually have a storage capacity on it, so you're going to have to connect this to some sort of NVR, but I'm going to take this to the app that I'm using and we'll go ahead and get this camera set up. So I'm in the ivMS app, which is an app that's used to use most of these cameras. We go ahead and press the plus button and we want an online device, and it's automatically found it on our network right now. So we go ahead and click there. We don't want to enable hit connect. We're just going to go ahead and add this, and it's going to ask you for the username and password. So we'll pop that in, click save. and that's gone ahead and saved it now. And if I now go back to my live view, we can go ahead and press the plus button, find the device and click connect. So you can now see that is upside down at the moment, but okay, there we go. So that's the camera. It doesn't look very great there because it is portrait, but it looks a bit better there. So we'll go ahead and now take this outside and get it set up. The camera is set up perfectly for me to take my day and night shot. So here I am during the day walking towards the back of my garden with a number plate that says InsideWire on it, and you can see I'm walking back to one side and eventually I will walk down to the middle as well. There is a quick audio test on here which is coming up. This is an audio test for me standing about 2 meters away from the camera. Hopefully this has been recorded loud and clear. And I think the audio was fairly good. Now, unfortunately at this time of the night it was raining at the time of this recording, but nonetheless I think, and the picture quality is decent enough for me to see. As you can see, as I get closer to the camera, as you come to expect, the image does get a lot clearer, and overall I would be happy with this image. I had mentioned at an early point in this video that this doesn't have any storage capability, but I'm actually corrected. This does have a little SD card slot just here, so you can undo these 2 screws and you can pop an SD card just in here. So my thoughts on this camera. Overall, for the price, $59.99, you can't go wrong with it. It's a 5 megapixel camera, it's color night vision. It's unfortunate that it was raining at the time of my recording, but even with the rain, the quality was fairly good. You could see up to about 10 to 15 meters away, and overall, I would be fairly happy with putting this in my house. The fact that you just need to pop in one Ethernet cable, get it powered up, pop an SD card in, and you have everything with your recording capabilities just here. And with the app, it's really easy and simple to use and configure it, and also you have the option of the web interface. Well, let me know your thoughts down in the comments below, and if you want to, I have popped the link down to this product down in the description below, so feel free to check it out. For now, this is InsideWire, and I'll see you in the next one.